All right, guys, we're doing it. We're revisiting the spreadsheet. So another spreadsheet video happening today. We are looking at this section right here. If you guys haven't seen, when I went to CollectCon in Kansas City this year, I pretty much made a list of my inventory. I did sell pretty much all of this and did get pretty close to my estimates of 15% here. That's kind of expected at a show. But today we're looking at this section right here, LORCANA. This was back in July. These were the PSA 9 prices, but yeah, look what I have here. I have the whole stack. We have the Mickey. We have the Stitch. We have the Queen Elsa. We have Cruella de Vil. We have the Dragon, which this guy is actually impressing me early on. I noticed that this card is just awesome and very powerful. This is like the Charizard of base set. I don't know if it'll ever outperform like, you know, the Elsa, just because it's Elsa, but this guy is actually coming in at the number 2 spot, I feel like, as far as the base 6. So yeah, pretty impressive for Dragon. And then kind of the less desirables, we have the Captain Hook and the Robin Hood. Essentially, all I'm going to do in this video is look at some eBay sold listings, and we're going to talk about the prices and update these prices. So yeah, all of this, basically, let me rewind here, and let me pull out another card for you. Where's it at? Where's it at? This guy right here. Mario PSA 9. I've been holding on to this card, and the prices are finally coming down enough where, like, essentially, you know, I bought LORCANA because I knew it was like a home run product. I actually love the game. These D23 Expo cards are going to be considered like the grails of the hobby, and it's a no-brainer to see that. However, I do want a PSA 10 PSA 10 Mario. So yeah, I'm essentially going to see how much it would cost if I just sold a few of these. I'm kind of thinking that I want to keep the Mickey and... oh, that's the Stitch. Kind of thinking that I want to keep the Mickey and the Elsa. What am I doing here? All right, get out of here, Stitch. Get out of here. I know Stitch is a good one too, but I kind of want to keep the Mickey and Elsa and kind of more long term, because like I said, I do love the game and these cards are amazing, but ultimately I'm a Pokemon guy, so I would rather have my money in Pokemon. So let's go ahead and break it down. I did want to show you guys, first off, I did go ahead and copy this list to another spreadsheet here. So this is what we're going to be looking at as far as the spreadsheet goes. And let's see if we can like zoom in a little bit here, shall we? All right, here we go. I think this is how we want it here. So I put a PSA 9 Mario Pika, PSA 10 Mario Pika down here as well. So let's get to looking, okay? So yeah, this is just in July. A PSA 9 Mickey was going for about $1,200. This 15% is what you can expect to get at like card shows and stuff. Minus 30% is kind of, you know, more of the norm, I would say. 15% is really more eBay price, I guess, but minus 30% or 70% value is pretty much what you can expect to get if you walk up to a vendor like, hey, can you buy this? Because you got to leave some on the table. You know, they're probably taking off 15% off eBay, so they got to make 15%, if that makes sense. So you're basically becoming a supplier at that point. You're getting a really, really cheap price, but you're able to get cash right there at the show. So some of these cards, I mean, if you got to establish eBay and you're not worried about the tax situation, that's the impending doom of tax season, it's better off just, you know, selling on eBay. eBay does a really good job putting, you know, the card out there. They are huge. It's pretty much free promotion for all that. So yeah, it's really good to, you know, get it out there like that essentially. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the prices. I'm going to use a 130point website. This is a pretty cool website. It's just 130point.com. This actually tells you, for the most part, what the actual offers were that were accepted on cards that you're looking for. So 130point is highly recommended by me. This is not paid or anything, but let's go ahead and take a look. All I did was type in PSA LORCANA. Maybe I'll type in D23 as well. No, let's just leave it there because I want to see what some of those enchanted rares and other things are going for right now. So here we are right off the bat. We have 1550 for a Stitch. So let's go ahead and pull that up. See if it's a reputable seller. 611, you know, that's pretty good. Yeah, so that was best offer accepted at 1550. These might need some tweaks here, but let's go ahead and pop that in. So let me actually make another list here and another column so we can pop that in. All right, so here we have it. I popped in 1550 on the Stitch, and you can see already from 850 to 1550 is pretty insane. I will do a running column here for the 15% because I will be selling these on eBay. So I'll go ahead and set that up as well. I think I can just like copy this and like paste that right there if I'm correct. Yep. So minus 15%, we're looking at 1318. I'll have to double check that formula. So H4 minus H4 times 0.0 or 0.15. So yeah, that looks good. So yeah, 1318 is what we're looking at for the minus 15% there. That is more net after fees than the full market price was in July. So I'm anxious to see if these prices right here will be very close to what the 15% mark is. So yeah, that'll be very interesting. So yeah, more than 20% growth, I'm thinking. So let's go ahead and see what else we find. This Mickey, Detective Mickey right here is actually a promo card, just like the D23 set. I don't know if you can like see it on mine, but right there at the bottom it says D23 Expo First Edition, and same spot down here. There's a little double arrow icon here. I guess that's going to be their promo, but you can see 8/P1, so promo 1. English 1. So I think this is the first promo that they are going to have in the leagues. So that's pretty cool there. I did play in a league already, and I got a Tinkerbell, just a normal Tinkerbell for the set. They sent like a deck box of Tinkerbells to stores just to hand out as participation prizes. So that's, you know, whatever. So I'm wondering when those promos are going to roll out. This is the Gen Con promo that was essentially given out for free, is what I'm understanding. It's kind of like the Mickey Mouse promo from D23. So yeah, it's pretty insane here. This one has the Gen Con. Let me see if I can get in there for you. It does have a Gen Con logo right here. It's not really coming across very well with the visuals there. It's kind of poor quality image, but yeah, you get the idea. Look for the bottom of the card. If it says Gen Con, if it's D23, those cards are way more rare. So let's go ahead and pop down here. There's a PSA 10 Dragon that is 3,275. This is what's crazy, right? These are the enchanted rares that you get from the booster boxes. And look at that. We're almost to the 8 million mark or 80 million mark for serial numbers. So that's pretty insane. But yeah, this is the enchanted rare that you get from the set. If you pull one of these and grade it a 10, you're looking at $910. I mean, if this was me, I would honestly, if I pulled an Elsa, I'd be very tempted just to like grade the Elsa, sell the Elsa, and buy as many booster boxes as I could, because this is just wild right now. There is a ton of money, unfortunately, in a bad way, to be made with Lorcana. People feared that this product was going to be scalped to the moon, and unfortunately that is what's happening. So really sad to see how the release is going. From a financial standpoint, I mean, it's a no-brainer for a lot of these. That's why these are so hard to come by. And I don't know if it's ever going to get better. Yeah, they said they're going to have some small waves in September, but now it's looking like October, and then they already announced another reprint that they have for January. But like, what's the scene going to look at in January? That's quite a far ways off. So this Elsa here, this is the second PSA 9 that we're finding. Looks like it's sold for right at $4,000 according to 130 Point. So let's go ahead and zoom in here. I don't want to block off the sale price, but I want you guys to see it a little clearer here. So yeah, the Elsa I'm going to say 4,000 for that. Pretty insane. So yeah, 4,000 right there, 3,400 with the 15%. So as you can see there, that's $1,000 over the market price from July. And that is much more of a jump than Stitch. So Stitch, we're looking at only $118 essentially. Am I reading this right? Hang on a second. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, so yeah, on the Stitch, we're looking at, what is it, $400, $450 extra from the market price. I think I was comparing that to the Mickey when I first talked about that. But the Elsa here at $3,400, coming in and at another $1,000 on top of the full market price in July. That is insane. So, of course, that is with $600 knocked off for the eBay fees and all that. Plus, you got to factor in your taxes, so maybe slightly less than that even. But yeah, let's continue. This is insane. So more of the enchanted rares hitting over $1,000. Genie is $600. Ooh, man, look at this card. This is a enchanted rare Elsa with a signature on it. Wow. Okay, Steve Warner and Ryan Miller signed this card. That is insane. Gem Mint 10. Yeah, it looks to be a pretty good card. So yeah, Gem Mint 10, Auto 9, signed by the creators themselves. This is the chase card of the first set. That is a insane signature. It would look even cooler if Steve Warner signed it in black as well. But holy cow, $2,000 on that Elsa. I had a signature Mickey from both of those guys from D23, but I already sold that. That was part of the reason why I got the Mario Pika. But yeah, some of these, some of these signatures are just going insane. This is a, what is this? Red Ink Auto 1 of 1. Okay, this is very weird. I'm not even sure who these signatures are. Maybe they are... It's not Nicholas Cole. His is like an NK signature, and it's not Steve Warner or Ryan Miller. I'm not sure exactly what those signatures are, so that is kind of strange. Kind of weird that it sold for $8,500. Maybe they are very notable people. I have no idea. But yeah, it means that they're more of a rare signature, I guess, because I haven't seen it before. PSA 9 Mickey Sorcerer. That's just the normal super rare. Is this the foil one from the starter deck? Or is this just a basic? Ooh, that's rough. Winning bid, $26. Someone was trying to capitalize a little too much on the hype there. Let's keep going. Seen a lot of PSA 9 or PSA 10s rather. They are very easy cards to grade. A lot of my 9s are basically centering. This is the Mickey and the Elsa. I don't know if you can tell on screen, but they're like essentially the backs of them are shifted down a little bit. Okay, here we go. 12/30. This is September 5th for a PSA 9 Mickey. Here is another PSA 9 Mickey for $1,400. Let's go ahead and say $1,300 for the Mickey there. So market price on the Mickey is still about the same. It didn't increase too much. It's pretty well known that the Mickey is much more rare or much more available than the D23 set as hollows. And, it doesn't have the special hollow pattern that the Enchanted Rares have and the D23 set has. So it doesn't surprise me that it went up, but not very much. So even at $12.30, we're right about the same price. So I might do like $12.50 or something like that on that one. Even Maui's selling for $7.60, and Mickey Musketeer, man, it's just crazy to me what these are going for right there. All right, let's go ahead and change our search terms. Let's go ahead and do actually D23 PSA 9. And that should narrow us down what we're looking for, because I don't want to make a super long video. I'm just kind of rambling because I think this is interesting, and I'm sure that market talk for Lorcana videos is very slim. I know a lot of people are jumping on the train to make some content, but yeah, always looking to talk about cards in some way, right? Here is a Forceful Duelist, Captain Hook, and a PSA 9 that's sold for $1,400. Let's go ahead and pop that in. $1,400 there. Let's keep going. Let's try to find these pretty quick. Corella DeVille, $1,250. Here's $1,100. This was in August, so I'm gonna say it's more closer to the $1,250 one. So $1,250 there. And what else are we needing? We're needing Robin Hood. Here's a Robin Hood 960, August 24th. I remember actually seeing that sell. So let's go ahead and do, I'm going to put it at 1,000 because now we're getting to the point where they're a little far back. And essentially, like, that's another thing, right? Like, you're seeing these less and less with only 900 copies total, 300 each given out of each day, 300 gift or collector sets given out each day of D23. They're really hard to come by, and especially in the 9s. So if you're looking for the cheaper option of buying the 9, it's kind of hard to come by. All right, let's go ahead. And what else are we missing here? We are missing the Dragon in a PSA 9. Here's one back on September 10th. I guess we missed that one. This is a current price, and I think I'm actually watching that one on eBay right now. But here we have a sell in August 28th. That's our closest one at $1,300. So, yep, we'll go ahead and pop that in there. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy, guys. Let's go ahead and copy this to here. See if that will add up. So, what is that? Yep, sum of H3. There we go. Oop, think we accidentally... Let's paste that there as well. All right, so this is what we're looking at, guys. This is pretty nuts. If we take off like 3,000 for Elsa and another 1,000 for Mickey, I mean, that's still what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 that we're looking at. That's more than enough to upgrade a couple of my cards. I do have a Scream Mimikyu. Essentially, these two cards I want to upgrade in a 10. So that's what we're looking at there. So yeah, it's pretty promising to see that these cards are doing so well. But real quick, let's look up the prices of the Mickeys as well. I keep saying Mickey. The Mario. Sorry, Mario. I'm trying to give you some love here, but it's just distracting, you know. All right, Mario Pikachu. Let's just type that in. I bet that'll pop up. Well, you know what? Let's do PSA. All right, here we go. A lot of these cards pop up. A lot of people have been grading these. I hate these. All right, here we go. Gem Mint 10. Looks like that's sold for $5,800. I was watching this card pretty closely. So let's pop that in there. Let's go ahead and get the money signs in there. All right, so now we're looking for a PSA 9. Ooh, here's a 10th anniversary Festa Pikachu. You know, it's always a nice card to see. Yeah. What do you think of that? Ooh, it's always a nice card to see. $9,000. Those have come down. Understandable. Those cards just got ridiculous there for a while. I think we're gonna have to narrow this search down. Mario Pikachu is another one. It's just hard to come by in a 9 because it grades so easily. Here we have it. $3,000. That was August 11th. So I imagine this has came down a little bit. I want to say that I've seen one that go for a little less. Let's say like $2,800. I'll have to double check that. Let's go ahead and swing over to my eBay after this. But yeah, anyway, this is essentially what we're looking at, guys. So I'm looking to take, if I could basically sell all these Lorcana cards and the Mario Pika in a 9, that's, let's see, $2,800. Let's bust out the calculator. Even if I kept Elsa and Mickey, right? Let's go off the 15%. So $1,100 plus the $1,300 Stitch plus the, let's just say plus 2,000 for Maleficent, Corella, 3,000, 4,000. Let's just add up another 4,000. So 4,000 essentially for the Hook, Robin Hood, Maleficent, and Corella. May get a little more on that, and then another plus 1,300 for the Stitch brings us to $5,300. If I can sell that Mickey, even if it gets just $2,000, that's going to be quite a bit. So let's go ahead and run the numbers here. Let's see, 5,300 plus 2,000 would be 7,300-ish is what I'm looking at. And if I subtract the, let's just say 6,000 for the PSA 10 Mario Pika, I will be left with $1,300 and a PSA 10 Mario. And on top of that, I'll have the Mickey and Elsa still. So that is pretty good, guys. I'm not exactly sure if I'm going to do those plans, but I will update you guys. Sorry this is a long rambling video, but interesting talk, interesting to just get it out there. And yeah, I'm anxious to work out a deal here in the future. And another thing that should be mentioned, Philip, the other co-host of the Poke Talk podcast that I have on my channel, he actually has a PSA 10 set of this. So it is insane. We are all in the Lorcana hype right now and just looking to make the right decision. So I'm always a Pokemon collector at heart. That's where I'll be. But yeah, it's just insane to see these things going on right now. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys would like anything to talk about in a future video, let me know. Are you guys on the Lorcana train? And yeah, it's crazy times, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.